Elizabeth's Big Dreams, a story inspired by Elizabeth Blackwell, brought to you by innovateHer. Hello there, my name is Elizabeth Blackwell and I want to tell you a story, my story. It's about how I became the first woman doctor in America. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Let's go back in time, when I was a little girl. I was born in Bristol, England, 1821. I was just like you, curious, full of questions, and always looking for an adventure. I loved learning, especially about the human body. But back then, women weren't really allowed to be doctors, or if they wanted to, men would just make fun of them. So, boys could only get that job. Imagine that. One day, a friend of mine became really sick. She looked at me and said, "Elizabeth, I wish there were women doctors that could take care of me." That got me thinking, why weren't there any more women doctors? Could I be the first? I loved the idea, but I realized how hard it would be. I made up my mind. I would become a doctor, the first ever women doctor. But there was one itty-bitty big problem. No medical schools would let me in. I applied to 29 different schools, 29! And every single one said the same thing. No. Some letters were polite. "We're sorry, but women cannot be doctors." Other were downright rude. "Girls aren't strong enough for medical school." Some people even laughed at me. They thought I was crazy for even trying. But I wasn't going to quit. I knew what I could do. Then something very funny happened. Geneva Medical College got my applications. The teachers didn't really want to decide, so they let the students vote. All the boys thought it was a joke. So what did they say? Yeah, let her in. Well, surprise, surprise, I showed up. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever walked into a room where everyone was staring at you? Yeah, it's not a fun feeling. That's what happened to me on the first day. The other students were shocked to see me. Some wouldn't even talk to me. Professors ignored me and all my questions. Even patients refused to let me treat them. It wasn't fair. I was working just as hard, maybe even harder than the boys in my class. At first, I felt really sad. Maybe they were right. Maybe I didn't belong. But then I thought, no way. I worked too hard to stop now. So I started studying harder and harder than anyone else. When I didn't understand something, I'd read my books again and again and again. I stayed up late, asked questions to myself and to other people that actually listened to me, and practiced every chance I got. And slowly, things started to change. Some students realized I was serious, and they actually started to respect me. Professors started to notice my hard work, and soon, the day finally came. In 1849, I became the first ever woman in America to graduate from medical school. Can you believe it? I had done it. But my journey wasn't over yet. I wanted to help people, especially women and children who had doctors to take care of them. There was just one itty-bitty big problem. No hospital would hire me. Even though I had a medical degree, no one wanted a woman doctor. Some people thought patients wouldn't trust me. Others just didn't like the change. But did I give up? No way. If no one could hire me, I would create my own hospital. So I opened the New York Infirmary for Women and Children, a hospital run by women, for women. And it helped women who needed medical care. And I didn't stop there. I wanted more girls to become doctors, so I started a medical school just for women. Guess who's laughing now, boys? And guess what? After me, more and more women studied medicine. Now there are millions, thousands of women out there, doctors, all over the world. So, my friend, here's what I want you to remember. If you have a big dream, don't let anyone tell you no. If people say, you can't do that, keep going. If something seems impossible, try anyway. Because when you believe in yourself and work hard, you can change the world just like I did. Now tell me, what big dream have you had?